Eve ever ate any more fruit. I wonder if Noah slept well during the storms. I wonder if Jonah liked fish, or if Jeremiah had friends. Did Moses avoid bushes? Did Jesus tell jokes? Did Peter ever try water walking again? Would any woman have married Paul had he asked? The Bible is a fence full of knotholes through which we can peek but not see the whole picture. It's a scrapbook of snapshots capturing people and encounters with God, but not always recording the results. So we wonder, when the woman caught in adultery went home, what did she say to her husband? After the demoniac was delivered, what did he do for a living? After Jairus' daughter was raised from the dead, did she ever regret it? Knotholes and snapshots and I wonders. You'll find them in every chapter about every person. But nothing stirs so many questions as does the birth of Jesus. Characters appear and disappear before we can ask them anything. The innkeeper, too busy to welcome God, did he ever learn who he turned away? The shepherds, did they ever hum the song the angels sang? The wise men who followed the star, what was it like to worship a toddler? And Joseph, especially Joseph. I've got questions for Joseph. Did you and Jesus ever arm wrestle? Did he ever let you win? Did you ever look up from your prayers and see Jesus listening?
No.
Whatever happened to the wise men? Whatever happened to you? We don't know what happened to Joseph. His role in Act 1 is so crucial that we expect to see him in the rest of the drama. But with the exception of a short scene with 12-year-old Jesus in Jerusalem, he never reappears. The rest of his life is left to speculation, and we are left with our questions. But of all my questions, my first would be about Bethlehem. I'd like to know about the night in the stable. I can picture Joseph there, moonlit pastures, stars twinkling above, Bethlehem sparkles in the distance. There he is, pacing outside the stable. What was he thinking while Jesus was being born? What was on his mind while Mary was giving birth? He'd done all he could do. He did the water, prepared a place for Mary to lie, had made Mary as comfortable as she could be in a barn, and then he stepped out. She asked to be alone, and Joseph had never felt more so. In that eternity between his wife's dismissal and Jesus' arrival, what was he thinking? He walked into the night and looked into the stars. Did he pray? For some reason, I don't see him silent. I see Joseph animated, hasty, head shaking one minute, fist shaking the next. This isn't what he had in mind. I wonder what he said.
This isn't how I planned it, God. No, not at all. My child being born in a stable, this isn't how I thought it would be. A cave with sheep and donkeys, hay and straw. My wife giving birth with only the stars to hear her pain. No, this isn't what I imagined. I imagine family. I imagine grandmothers. I imagine neighbors clustered outside the door and friends standing by my side. I imagine the house erupting with the first cry of the infant, slaps on the back, loud laughter, jubilation. That's how I thought it. But now look, Nazareth is 5 days' journey away, and here we are in a sheep pasture. Who will celebrate with us here? The shepherd? The sheep? The stars? This isn't right. What kind of husband am I? I provide no midwife to aid my wife, no bed for her to rest her back. Her pillow is a blanket for my donkey. My house for her is a shed of hay and straw. When did I miss something? Did I, God? When the angel came, this isn't what I envisioned. I pictured Jerusalem, the temple, the priests, the people gathered outside to watch. I pictured a pageant, a parade, a banquet at least. I mean, this is the Messiah after all. This is not the way I wanted it to be. If not Jerusalem, what about Nazareth? At least there I have my home and my business. Out here, what do I have? A weary mule, a stack of firewood, a pot of warm water. This is not how I wanted it to be. This is not how I wanted my son. I'm sorry, I did it again. I did it again, didn't I, Father? Forgive me, I just forget sometimes. He's not my son, he's yours. The child is yours. The plan is yours. The idea is yours. Just forgive me for asking, Father, but is this how God enters the world? The coming of the angel I've accepted. The questions people ask about the pregnancy, I can tolerate. The trip to Bethlehem, fine. But why a birth in the stable? Any minute now, Mary will give birth not to an infant, but to the Messiah. Not to a baby, but to God. That's what the angel said. That's what Mary believes in God. That's what I want to believe. But surely you can understand it's not easy. It just seems so bizarre. I'm unaccustomed to such strangeness, God. I'm a carpenter. I make things fit. I square off the edges. I follow the plumb line. I measure twice before I cut once. Strangeness is not the friend of the builder. I like to know the plan before I start. I like to see the plan before I start. But this time I'm not the builder, am I? I'm just a tool. I'm a hammer in your grasp. I'm a nail between your fingers, a chisel in your hands. The project is yours, not mine. I guess it's foolish to question you, Father. Forgive my struggling. Trust just doesn't always come easy for me, but I guess you never said it'd be easy, did you? And one other thing, Father, the angel you sent, would you maybe send another? Or if not an angel, maybe a person? I don't know anybody here, and some company would be nice. Maybe the innkeeper or a traveler. Even the shepherd would do.
I wonder, did Joseph ever pray such a prayer? Perhaps he did, perhaps he didn't. But you probably have. You've stood where Joseph stood, caught between what God says and what makes sense. You've done what he told you to do, only to wonder if it was him speaking in the first place. You stared into a sky blackened with doubt, and you've asked what Joseph has asked. You've asked if you're still on the right road. You've asked if you were supposed to turn left when you turned right. And you've asked if there was a plan behind this scheme. Things haven't turned out the way you thought they would. Each of us knows what it's like to search the night for a light. Not outside a stable, but perhaps outside an emergency room. On the gravel of the roadside. On the manicured grass of the cemetery. We've asked our questions. We questioned God's plan, and we wondered why God does what he does. The Bethlehem sky is not the first to hear the pleadings of a confused pilgrim. If you are asking what Joseph asked, let me urge you to do what Joseph did. Obey. That's what he did. He obeyed. He obeyed when the angel called. He obeyed when Mary explained. He obeyed when God sent. He was obedient to God. He was obedient when the sky was bright. He was obedient when the sky was dark. He didn't let his confusion disrupt his obedience. He didn't know everything, but he did what he knew. He shut down his business, packed up his family, and went to another country. Why? Because that's what God said to do. What about you? Just like Joseph, you can't see the whole picture. Just like Joseph, your task is to see that Jesus is brought into your part of the world. And And just like Joseph, you have a choice, to obey or disobey. Because Joseph obeyed, God used him to change the world. Can he do the same with you? God still looks for Josephs today. Men and women who believe that God is not through this world. God is not through with this world. Common people who serve an uncommon God. Will you be that kind of person? Will you serve even when you don't understand? No, the Bethlehem sky is not the first to hear the pleadings of an honest heart, or the last. And perhaps God didn't answer every question for Joseph, but he answered the most important one. Are you still with me, God? And through the first cries of the God-child, the answer came. Yes. Yes, Joseph, I am with you. There are many questions about the Bible that we won't be able to answer until we get home. Many knot holes and snapshots. Many times we will muse, I wonder. But in our wonderings, there is one question we never need to ask. Does God care? Do we matter to God? Does he still love his children? Through the small face of this stable-born baby, he says yes. Yes, your sins are forgiven. Yes, your name is written in heaven. Yes, death has been defeated. And yes, God has entered your world. Emmanuel, God is with us.